everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to talk about some things that I've learned. This year I will be turning 29 and it will be my last year in my 20s. So I just wanted to share a little some things that I have learned or I'm currently learning in my late 20s. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share them with you. The first thing, oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing my makeup at the same time. So just to let you know. But the first thing that I want to say that I've learned is that my peace costs more than anything else. I used to keep a lot of people around just because I had history with them, or because, you know, I just felt like it was right. We've known each other so long, and even though there was a lot of drama attached to it, I would always keep them around. But I'm learning that my peace costs way more than whatever friendship, relationship, or whatever else. Another thing that I'm learning is that in your life you go through a lot of different chapters, and not everybody can go with you to each chapter of your life. Some people are just around for seasons of your life, not forever. And I had to learn that the hard way. But you gotta realize, especially when, let's say, friendships, and you have a bunch of friends around you and you're trying to elevate in life, or you're trying to do something better with your life, and all of them are still sitting around doing the same thing that you were doing back in high school, back in whenever else, and they have no type of ambition or anything. Those people are not meant to go with you to your next point in life, so you just have to let them go and to let people go. The next thing that I'm learning is that self-love is not just something that you feel. It's more of having discipline, sticking to your boundaries, and just learning to care more about yourself than you do others. Like, I'm not going to say being selfish, but basically putting yourself and your needs first before anyone else's, and setting the boundaries of saying no, having boundaries for who you let into your life, who you let stay into your life, who you let come into your life. That's basically what self-love is. It's not just a feeling. And having discipline on, if you say, oh, I'm going to do this for myself today, or I want to stick to this workout plan, and actually sticking to it. That's self-love. That it's all discipline and self-love go like this. The next thing that I'm learning is the phrase, time heals all wounds. That's not true. Time does not heal all wounds. You do. You have to put in the work to actually fix your trauma, to work on your trauma, go to therapy or journal or do whatever. Take the steps needed to actually heal those wounds. Time doesn't heal it. All it does is hides it. So just remember that when you're growing up, because I'm starting to learn that, and now I'm starting to take action on actually figuring out what the deeper issue is and trying to see what solutions I can make so that I can stop feeling the same pain over and over again, or stop thinking about the same things over and over again. So you can't just let time go on and never address these issues, because it's never going to go away. It's always going to be in the back of your mind, and it's going to show in your actions when you get older. The next thing that I'm learning is my body is not ruined. It's just a product of everything that I have been through or gone through, whether that's childbirth, stress, my eating habits because of the stress. It's just a reflection of what I've been through. But I'm learning to respect my body more, respect what I put into my body, what I put into my mind, and see where that goes. But my body is not ruined. It can always be fixed. It can always be changed. It's always evolving. It evolves with me with time. Next thing I'm learning is that you're not being lazy when you need rest, because your body needs rest in order to function properly. There's no way that you're able to function at your highest self when you are exhausted. And I know many of you watching this have tried to go off of no sleep, tried to function, and it did not work. You felt like you were in a different dimension or time or whatever. I know I have. So you have to remember to always get your sleep. And also, I'm just going to add this on here because I just thought about it just now. But this is something that I'm starting to tell myself, especially when it comes to making my videos, is that motivation is not something that just comes to you. It's momentum. So what I mean by that is that you're not just going to one day magically have all the motivation in the world or get randomly inspired by something. You have to start moving. Just like with moving your body, you have to start moving and doing it in order to have the motivation to complete it. So if you have a task of, like, let's say you want to clean your house, but you keep thinking about it, and I'm going to clean it, or I'll clean it tomorrow, and it never gets done because you're waiting for the motivation to get up and actually complete the task. But the best way to do it is to just get up and do it. Side note, if I'm looking a little crazy, please don't mind that, because I haven't bought any new makeup in a while, and this is my winter shade. So I don't have a summer shade right now, so do not talk about me in the comments. We're going to try to fix it as best I can, but this is what we're working with right now. I just wanted to do my makeup while I talk to you. So the next thing that I am learning is that your access to me has to be earned. I'm not putting up with no more people that can just feel like that they can have access to me whenever they feel like it, or leave or not talk to me whenever they feel like it. Your access to me is given. You're not going to keep coming in and out of my life. You think when I have something good going on, you want to come back into my life and, oh, hey, what's going on? You see me doing good, or you see me with someone else and you think you could just come back. No, not happening. Not happening. I've let a lot of people get away with going in and out of my life, and typically when this happens, they tend to come back and screw things up for me. So we're just going to deny access to anyone who I choose to. I'm trying my hardest to put some color back into my face, but I'm not sure how well this is going to work. We'll just see how it looks in the end, because I'm not about to take it off and redo it. So but yeah, there's so many things that I'm learning as I get older. And another thing that I'm starting to think, and you know how people say, oh, my frontal lobe is developing after 25, or when people say I'm going through a midlife crisis. I think those two are the same thing. I really think that's what it is, because it's like I got to one point in my life and my brain was just like, okay, it's time to figure out what we're doing with our life. It's time to figure out who's staying and who's going, and what the plan is. And I was just like, hold on. It just came out of nowhere. Like when I turned, I'm not even gonna say 25, because it wasn't when I was 25. It probably was 27, I would say. I started to be like, okay, this is I really need to start getting my life together now. I need to really start to figure out where I'm going with this, what I'm doing. And I basically started feeling like that I needed to stop. I needed to stop waiting for someone to save me. You know, when you're younger and you're doing something and your parents do everything for you. And in a sense, I was waiting for someone to come and pick up the pieces of things that I messed up in my life, or tell me what I'm supposed to be doing next, or what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. Like, that's the stuff that, but then my brain clicked on and was like, you have to figure it out yourself. So now I'm starting to do more things that I want to do. I'm getting back on my channel because I know that's something I want to do. Even if it doesn't work out, I've never actually put in the effort to see if it'll work out. I put in effort and then I stop. I put in effort and I stop. And now, being close to 30 or late 20s, I'm not as afraid of being perceived or being seen anymore. So I'm figuring, now that I'm in this headspace, we're going to try it out now and see if it's something I still want to do. And so far it is. Oh, another thing that I'm learning is that all that stuff you see on social media, I'm not gonna say all of it, but majority of the stuff that you see on social media of people having the perfect life and having it all, and they're just living these perfect lives, going and traveling all the time, it's not real. It's not real at all. Those people have some of the same struggles that you do. They just don't show it on their social media. That's the only difference. They could be so miserable in life, but just posted that they were in Cancun having it up, and you can never have the life that they have. That's the way social media works. You show what people want, you want people to see. So don't ever compare yourself to other people's lives on social media, because 9 times out of 10 they're not happy living in that life either. And that is something that I'm learning, because I used to sit there when I was younger and watch people's YouTube channels and watch, like, even before, I would say my early 20s, I would watch it and I'd be like, why can't I be like them? I mean, it's not funny, but I'd be like, why can't I have that life? Like, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I have the motivation to just get this done? And they live in such perfect lives. But then I start to realize, I'm like, girl, they still have bills, they still have stress, they still have all the above. And I realized that I need to start, like, yes, I can go after that type of lifestyle, but I also need to enjoy what I have right now, because this is your life that you created. These are some of the things that you prayed for when you were younger. You wanted your own place, you wanted to have a job, to have money, to have friends, to have a family, to have all these things. And you're sitting here upset and miserable because you're looking at what somebody else has, and you're not realizing what you have is what you've been asking for forever. So sometimes you need to sit back and just romanticize your own life instead of romanticizing people on the internet. That basically ties into the next thing that I'm going to talk about, is that I still haven't even attempted to follow my dreams. And I just thought, since I became a mom, or since I'm getting older, or first of all, your late 20s is not old. That's something a major thing that I'm realizing. 30 is not old. You're really just figuring it out. And my younger self is looking at me like, okay, we never tried to follow our dreams. Like, what are you going to do? Are you ever going to try? Are you ever going to put in the effort? And I'm just realizing that it's time to stop thinking I don't have the time. Stop thinking I don't have the creativity to follow my dreams. Stop thinking I'm too old. Stop thinking, oh, it's not cool, it's not fun, everybody's figuring it out. Stop thinking I can't do it because I haven't done it. That's the major thing. Stop thinking I can't do it because I haven't done it. You haven't done it because you haven't tried. That's what I'm telling myself. Another thing is that reinventing yourself does not have an age limit. There are people out here who are in their 60s just now publishing a book and it taking off. There are people who are in their 80s and they're just now starting their acting career. There's people who are just they're starting at all these different ages. No one has an age limit on anything. Who would have put the age limit on it? We're all here for the first time. So who put the age limit on living your life how you want to live it, or pivoting to a different career path? There's no time limit. Time is an illusion. We are all here for an unspecified amount of time. So why are you using your time to tell yourself, oh, I'm too old for that? While this person who's 50 years old, you're 20, or you're 25, and you're saying your life is over. But this person who's in their 80s is going out and living their dreams, just now starting out. You have to stop limiting yourself. And I'm talking to myself, by the way. It's just easier for me to, when I talk, these are things that I'm learning. I basically talk to myself and tell myself this. Like, when it was time for me to film my video, I was literally saying over and over in my head, I was like, because I was really tired. I worked all day today and I got off late, and I was like, oh man, I just don't have the energy to do it. I got out the shower. I was like, I don't have the energy to do this today. And then in my head, I was just like, you're going to break your streak. I was like, you're gonna, if you miss one day, not saying I can't miss one day, but in my mind, I was saying if I miss one day, you know you're not going to do it tomorrow. Then you're going to end up forgetting about it, and then you're going to fail again. So I kept telling myself, you don't need motivation, you don't need energy, you need momentum. And when I actually started filming this video, it's like I woke up and I'm not tired anymore. And that's what I'm saying about the momentum. You need to get moving. You need to just start it. You need to just do it, and it'll get better after. But there's a lot of different things. Nobody told me that these things will be something that I'll go through. I wouldn't think that people who I was friends with for 10 years, they would be a lesson for me and I would no longer be speaking to them, or relationships that I thought were going to last forever, they're nowhere to be found. And it's just so many things that I'm learning, and I still have a whole year to go. I'm going to finish this and then I'm just going to come back because I'm pretty much done. I just had to do like a few little other things, and since it's not a makeup tutorial, I just figured I would do my makeup while I'm talking to you. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Okay, this is what we're working with right now. Seeing as though I'm not actually going anywhere, and I just threw this shirt on. That's why it's long sleeve in the summer, but I just threw this shirt on just to look put together, I guess. Now you can see it a little better. I'm not trying to turn it all the way down, but you can see it a little bit better. I think it turned out fine, seeing as though it's not my summer color, but I'm just waiting for the winter so I can actually start putting on my makeup, because I'm not wearing no full face of makeup outside anyway. It's too hot for all that. But thank you all so much for watching my video and listening to some things that I'm learning and just walking along this journey with me of figuring it all out. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.